Why, hello there. Nice to here, bringing you an unexpected unboxing. I do hope the video finds you well and everything like that. Yeah, this just showed up on my door, and I thought this was something completely different, so I already, as you can see, pulled this out. It's not. It's a knife. It's a Molsect knife. I've never tried a Molsect knife. They're relatively recent, relatively kind of new. Using the Artisan Simoon here as the unboxing. So I already sort of started the unboxing, I suppose you could say, by cutting into the package, but, well, who cares? It was plastic, right? It's not like I'm beating or fighting with a cardboard box or something like that. Ooh, this is coming off a lot easier than a lot of these knives, or ones do, a lot of knives, boxes do. Molsect, got a little, a magnetic Molsect logo. That's a cool little thing to throw in. Yeah, that's cool. It holds it, I guess it would hold it from the other side. You just sort of put this on the other side of whatever you're attaching it to, and it keeps it. That's a nice little thing to throw in, actually. I like that. That is, unlike the stickers and stuff, that might be something that I put on something. Because that's just nice. It looks good. Comes in a nice pouch. As I said, I've never had one of these, and I've ordered 2 Molsect knives. This pouch has extra pouches. And looks like an attachment point for, like, Velcro. That's above and beyond the pouch. Okay. And here's the knife, which is very interesting, and I'm already digging this. Hopefully it's good. Because this is kind of cool. I like this white G10 with this light, like, sort of denim micarta. It's not super quality micarta. It's certainly not Kaiser micarta. But this is a budget knife, so I like it. Oh, that's an interesting way to do a backspacer. There's a whole piece of G10 here. You can see it sitting through there, and the backspacer is a bar of G10. Oh, not the backspacer, the hidden lanyard post. That's a cool touch. I think this is a budget knife. If it's not, it's definitely still under $100. I believe this is a titanium clip, so this might not be a full budget knife, but it's... Yeah, that's a titanium clip. Lots of milling in there, in fact. Yeah, there's a full liner of G10, which you can actually see through the weight reduction, and there's been full weight reduction in some of the parts of the G10 that goes through to the micarta. That's cool. And the micarta is attached to the underlying liners. The underlying liners aren't. No, they're steel. Okay, I was about to say, I don't think those are titanium. It shouldn't be. Well, it is centered out of the box, which is... I mean, it always looks a little off-center because I think this light to this side is a little bit closer and a little more pushing this way, but... Interesting. It's bigger than I thought it would be. I saw this thing and I kind of thought it was a slightly smaller knife. It's also reasonably heavy. I know I still haven't opened it. I'm torturing you. Oh, wow. 5 ounces. Yeah, it is a reasonably heavy knife. Front flipper only. Yeah. That's a 14C28N. 14C28N. Molsect, I'm guessing that's UT is the designer. That's a very interesting sort of shape and design. You've got a little bit of, you got some recurve back here. You've got, is that a hollow ground? It is hollow ground, I think. Yeah, that's definitely, hold on one second. That definitely looks slightly hollow. Yeah, that would be a hollow ground, at least somewhat. It gets down much thinner than I was expecting. Nice satin finish. Jimping doesn't do a whole lot. It's not the great jimping. It's comfortable to get up right behind here. Even despite this, it sort of falls between my fingers. And back in the traditional grip, it falls between my fingers there. So, pretty comfortable. It's a very unique shape. It feels interesting in the hand. It's a little bit blockier than I would like it to be. There's some hard angles here. some very hard angles here, yet somehow they're not uncomfortable, which is very strange. I'm used to feeling I mean, these are hard angles, like, these are sharp, hard angles, even compared to Spyderco's hard angles. Even though that they are... Spyderco does hard angles, but they are chamfered on the outside, so they're rounded. They're just severe angles. These are severe, like, 90-degree sharp angles. Yet it's super comfortable. Yeah, like, they don't bother me basically at all. That's strange. Has to do with the shape, I guess, but no complaints, honestly. It's a liner lock. It's on bearings. Okay, that was a little faster than I was expecting. Nice light shake shot. Really good flipping action. Look at this. I mean, the front flipper is basically almost not only higher and in front of the pivot, but it's almost on top of the pivot. Like, the pivot is right here. This thing, instead of being out here, is right here. There is so much leverage. This is probably one of the easiest front flippers you could possibly find. This thing, you just sort of push that. In fact, can we... Yeah, we can. Yeah, no problem whatsoever. I imagine this will be a little bit harder. No, it will not be. It is a little bit wider, but it's not hard. Yeah, this is a really easy front flipper. Liner lock. Good action. We are centered without play. Good lock bar access. Nice easy access to the side there. And because of that little hump or hole or choil, I guess is what the proper call of it is, you don't get your hand on the very sharp edge of that. Edge termination. I know words. Yeah. And the front is completely sterile with just the Molsect logo. Yes, this is how we do it. We don't need to put our name. We just need the Molsect logo. And I guess, like, since it's a crossover, the UTE. Titanium clip is good. Good flex. A little bit of a tap. Then again, I may have just done that by over-flexing it. It flexed easier than I was expecting it to. So mostly continuous rise, shouldn't be too bad. It's not the... No, this is a pretty reasonable clip. Pretty deep carry, too, for a non-deep carry clip. Yeah, this is cool. This is interesting. I will say that it looks, like, off-balanced. The blade looks a lot smaller than all the rest of the handle. But this is funky. Ooh, what was that? It tinged on the close. Why did it ting on the close? Why did it do that? Wow, it does it pretty loud, actually. Where's the stop pin? Internally mounted the blade, no problems there. Huh. Maybe it's all of the levels of milling here, because, as I said, you've got milling through the steel to the G10, and then you got milling in down into the G10, combined with stop pin hitting. Makes an interesting sound on the close. I will be completely honest with you, I've completely forgotten the name of this knife. As I said, it's one of two that I've ordered from Molsect. A little gunk on the G10, but that looks like it's just, yeah, that's coming right off. That's just a little tiny bit of jerk, or probably some oil or something on there. No big deal there. This is surprisingly ergonomic, very interesting in design. This is kind of a fun one. I like it so far. There's a little bit of oil on the lock bar. And now the lock face. Yeah, you're getting a little bit of that. Get off there. I don't know why I went all this way, but I went this way with this. Get over there. I don't know what I'm doing. This is cool. This is both, like, I wouldn't have expected these hard angles to be left, but I wouldn't have also expected myself to care as little as I do, because it's still somehow comfortable and I basically don't feel them. So, yeah. I'm okay with this. It didn't do the thing. Why didn't it do the thing? Does it do the thing when I'm holding it normally? No. So it only does it when you're up there. Maybe it's something to do with the clip. Who knows? Whatever. I'll try to figure it out. Also, as you can see, there's no hard. Oh, there is a pivot showing. For some reason, I thought it was hidden hardware, or hidden pivot at least, but it's not. But that's fine. No one cares about that. In fact, I prefer access to the pivot personally. Looks like there's probably screws going through here, maybe in 2 places, and the pivot. And are these? That was T6. Yeah. Everything is nice T8. On the outside, at least. Okay, Molsect. First from the Molsect group. This is interesting. I like this. I also got the... For some reason, I remember the name of the other one. The Shuttle coming. So I'll be doing that one that shows up. This one just decided to show up randomly for some reason. With no warning whatsoever. I wasn't even notifying that it was being delivered. And it's a Sunday. Peculiar. No complaints, just peculiar. Okay. I'm done here. Hope you found this interesting. It's certainly an interesting knife. It's really doing some crazy stuff here, and it's doing it pretty well. Yeah. Whoa. That's like one of those slick edges that's like... Yeah, that could definitely get you if you push into that a tiny bit. That is deceptively sharp. All right. I'm going to end things here. Flat scales, by the way. Say thanks for watching. Hopefully you found this interesting. I don't know how many people showcase this knife. I haven't really been paying a lot of attention, but whatever it is, the name will be in the description. I'll put Molsect's website there if you want it. I don't know why you couldn't type that in, but I'll put it down there just for fun. I don't get anything from that, by the way. It's just referencing. And I'm going to end things here and say thank you guys for watching. Continue having a great day, hopefully. And I will get back to you with a review on this thing after a week, probably 2 weeks. Usually around 2 weeks. Yeah, I like it. See you later.